Hi guys, welcome back to Morant's Rants. Plenty of good information, a little bit of motivation, a whole lot of truth, no financial advice. This is a one-take session about Hycroft Mining Corp, Hycroft Mining Holding Corporation. I got to get the name right every time, but hey, if I make mistakes in the video, I'll clear them up as we go. I have plenty to show you guys. How do I feel about Hycroft Mining? Well, a lot of you guys got into this stock because Adam Aaron told you that his company went ahead and bought in, and that is AMC. So retail came rushing in, and the minute they did, that day, I went ahead and told everybody right away. I said, guys, hold your horses. This looks like a scratch my back, you scratch your back type of deal for him and Mudrick. And I've been telling you that they're manipulating you through Twitter, through YouTube, and of course, through AMC and Adam Aaron, giving you out free NFTs. So we know how you're being manipulated, but I want you to actually see it in real time. I have the video. Thank you to our Discord and Linda Rell who went ahead and passed this along. But I have the video that shows you that they admit to going ahead and manipulating you into telling you that it's a great investment. So before we even look at the video, I want to give you the history of the stock really quick. Yes, the stock was at $3.10 on the entry year high this year. That's after AMC announced that they were in it. I know everybody wants to point to the fact that Eric Sprott is in it, and that gives it some cachet or gives it some recognition to say this is a legitimate deal. And I'm going to tell you right now, that is not the truth. That is the furthest thing from the truth. And individuals like Boss Blunts or anyone else that wants to get out in front of this and trying to push it onto retail to tell you it's going to be a great investment. Even people like Froggy Stocks, where it's Spencer telling you this is a great deal. Has to be the worst deal in the history of mankind. Next to AMC's deals that they do, but it's just as bad, equally as bad. But we'll go ahead and look at this, guys. I'm going to show you how they fool you, okay? So the first thing is we're going to go ahead and look at the SEC filings here, and you're going to see that right here, and I'll even make it bigger for you guys. So right here on this one, this is going to be all the losses that they have had over the time frame. This is going to be the year that ended in 2021, and it's going to tell you right here production costs, cost for sales, gold revenue, everything you can see. But as we go down on this page, all the way down to this page right here, this is page 53 of the SEC filing for the actual 10K, right? So this is their annual shareholders meeting update that they print out every March for these guys, April, I should say, at the end of March. So you're looking at $88 million lost last year. Additionally, $136 million lost this year. You guys, this is a company that had a previous market cap of $30 million. They have debt all the way up to $500 million. And yet they're losing $88 million a year, $136 million a year. But that's not my problem. My problem is that it's on page 53. That's the first mention of any loss in this year's annual shareholders meeting filing. They don't want you guys to know the truth about this stock. They don't put it on page 3 like they did the previous year, right? They went 50 pages deep. This is the previous year. If you look at it, this is page 2, page 3. Right here, they're going to have net loss $132 million and $98 million from the previous year. They lose money every year. This is not a money-making thing. They are tricking you into you holding it. And why? Because everybody left this company. This right here is an 8K filing they did that's going to let you know that the officers of the company departed in 2021. Numerous officers left this company and they took shares with them. This guy right here took, 137,500 shares and additionally 275,000 shares. So he took a good amount of shares. What do you think they're selling as you're buying? The next guy departed. He's gone as well. This is another filing, another 8K that was filed. Numerous executives left this stock. I can't even tell you guys. The chairman of the board resigned in December 7th. The CFO left. The COO left. The CEO, then Dr. Diane Garrett, took over as the chairman of the board. And that's what you have. Everybody left last year. Everybody knew what was happening. This is what was happening. This is what was filed, guys. On December 29th, 2021, Hycroft Mining Corporation went ahead and got the filing from NASDAQ that they had to go ahead and they were going to get listed for removal, okay? And we know what this is because this just happened last week. Now, NASDAQ notified them and said, guess what? You have to be $1. And guys, whenever they're going to remove you, they're actually going to delist you. That's what this is. They're going to delist you, right? This is what NASDAQ did. They said, guess what? We're going to delist you because of all the executives leaving the company right here. They all left here. Now, during this whole time frame it's selling off, Mudrick's panicking, looking for a buyer. Guess who they found? Guess who the sucker was? It was you. Now, remember in this video that I'm about to show you guys, before I even get there, I want to show you this too. Hycroft Mining seems to be stalling the development of its flagship project. Why is it stalling, guys? Because it needs you to hold it a lot longer than just 1 week or 1 month or 1 year. I've seen a mining company with a feasible study stage project embark on such a large drilling program instead of proceeding with the construction phase, which leads me to think that there is little confidence that Hycroft mine can be built and put into commercial operation without a hitch, meaning mainly driven by momentum. This is being lost here. Yes, it is only driven by momentum because you, right? Retail owns the stock. They have to be able to trick you into holding this damn stock. Are you ready? I'm going to play this video at 1.25. I'm not going to play it at 1, play it at 1.25. This is a video for you. This video, and I'm going to show it to you in real time here, is everything you want to see. Pay attention, listen up. This is how you got manipulated.
Welcome to Planet Microcap. I'm your host, Robert Kraft, and joining me today is Diane Garrett. She is the president and CEO of Hycroft Mining. It's a publicly traded company. The symbol is HYMC on NASDAQ, and Hycroft will be presenting at the upcoming Precious Metals Summit Beaver Creek, happening September 13th through 16th, 2022. For more information, please go to precioussummit.com. And with that, Diane, thank you so much for joining me today. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, and thank you for having me, Robert.
Let's just start off for anybody that doesn't know the Hycroft story or hasn't been following the news and seeing what's going on. What would you say is that quick overview of Hycroft Mining?
Sure. So our management team came in about 2 years ago. Well, actually, it's going on 3 years now. And
Stop. Going on 3 years? Going on 3 years? Well, there's the first lie. She just got there September 8th, 2020. It's been 2 years. And at the time of this damn video that it's being recorded, it wasn't even 2 complete years yet. But now it's 3 years. Okay, we'll play your game. We'll play your game to give yourself some type of credibility with this company and this movement. Guys, it gets better.
So we're transitioning Hycroft into its next phase of large-scale commercial operations, which is processing the sulfide ore. There has been a lot of activity going on. We were looking to raise some money, and I was introduced to Adam Aaron, the CEO of AMC Entertainment, because Hycroft became a meme stock. He also became a meme stock. And the purpose of us communicating was how he managed that event and how he embraced that new audience, and they became long-term shareholders of his. And we were chatting about that, and next thing you know, he became so intrigued by what we were doing, and the company was looking to diversify into other avenues. And we ended up raising $56 million between him and Eric Sprague, which then allowed us to do a follow-on at the market equity raise for an additional $138 million. So we put an enormous amount of money in the treasury, and now we're conducting one of the largest exploration programs ever in more than a decade at Hycroft.
I'm going to tell you guys something. Not only did they put them into the same room, they got set up to be in that same room. Adam Aaron is looking to invest into a company, into something new. Guys, I just showed you the balance sheet. These guys lose $130 million a year, $80 million a year, and they have $0. They're going to get delisted. Everybody left this company. If you were going to invest people's money, your money, retail's money, would it be in this company? Ask yourself. You didn't even get asked if you wanted to invest $50 million, and you're going to be like, Marantz, $50 million is nothing. That's nothing compared to the $2 billion AMC just had a year ago. Well, guess what? AMC has an $800 million cash burn a year. They need money. They're bleeding money. And they took your money, your ape money, your AMC money, and they did it right here. So keep watching.
And
I'm sorry. Keep listening. Here's how they did it.
And we're taking a new look at this asset. We can talk more about that in a minute. Yeah, that's a quick overview.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you hit on exactly where I wanted to go with, because last time we did an interview together, we published that on September 7th, 2021. Clearly the biggest news since then. I mean, it's funny when you go and read the press release, you're like, okay, the first part, announced $56 million equity investment from renowned precious metals investor Eric Sprague. You're like, okay, we've seen that quite a bit in the mining industry, right? Eric Sprague, he's kind of a guy, right? And then AMC Entertainment, you're like, okay, how did this go down? So I'd love to learn a little bit more about the perspective. What did the CEO from AMC, Adam Aaron, what did they see about the assets? What about it were they like, okay, we want to put this money in Hycroft, versus probably what they had was their pick of the litter of other assets that they could have put money in as well?
Exactly. So, it was a really interesting thing. And I'll have to just follow on is interesting and fascinating it is to you and others. In the mining sector alone, every company was talking about it and saying, we tend to be herd followers in our industry, and everybody goes to the same investors, the same investor base, those who understand our business, and how unique and entrepreneurial and forward thinking to go out to a group that, is in what we did by bringing AMC Theater in is we also brought in an entirely new shareholder base. So AMC's long-term followers now have become Hycroft followers. And so we're now in very much a social media, retail-controlled company. And now we've flipped all of our communication to video content because that's the way people get content these days.
See, they know how to manipulate you these days. So they say, we're going to do it through videos. That's how they're going to get you your information. I'm going to tell you right now, I have yet to see Microsoft, Amazon, Tesla, GameStop, any of the other retail companies. We can go with them. We can go with Walmart. We can go with Best Buy, Costco, Sam's. I mean, anybody. Who's going to start making propaganda videos to get you to invest retail? Who's going to get you to invest? Who? Who's doing these production pieces, the commercials for AMC? Everything you can think of to get you to invest, guys. It's called propaganda. Watch.
80% of the people, as you well know, right? They don't go to your website and read press releases. They'll watch a 1.5 or 2 minute video on YouTube. So we do a lot of that. So it was quite remarkable what we did. And we enjoy that as a company and a management of kind of doing the unthinkable and stepping outside the box. But for Adam at AMC, they had disclosed to the market that they were going to be looking to invest in businesses outside their core business. We started talking. He became fascinated by our industry. And if you're not in the...
Stop right there. Do you see the edit in the video, guys? I want you to pay attention. Look at the video.
Looking to invest in businesses outside their core business. We started talking. He became fascinated by our industry, and if you're not in the precious metal space, it is kind of exciting and special to talk about gold mining. And he just became very, very interested. We clicked very well, and he kept wanting to know more and more about what we were doing. And we both shared similar stories. How the stock had come under pressure for reasons outside of the fundamental core business, much like AMC. Our respective stocks had been shorted by a lot of people out there, and we were coming under pressure and we needed help. And he said, I'm fascinated by this industry.
What do you mean you needed help? I don't understand. What help did you need? See, I don't get this part. What help do you need other than the core fundamentals of your business being profitable? Like, you need a bailout? That's different. Say that. But they are too afraid to tell you the truth. They're saying they were getting shorted. Did you see what happened to their stock? Did you see what happened to their company? They made $0 with over $500 million in debt. Market cap of 30 million, $500 million in debt. Kind of remind you of somebody else?
I want to advance these discussions, but he said, I think this looks like a great avenue to fulfill one of our strategic objectives, which is investing in things outside of our core business. And so, he was very diligent in a lot of his questions. I met with some of his team, and then he said he needed to come to site, and I said, one of the things that I mentioned Eric Sprott and how Eric Sprott is a renowned precious metals investor, and Eric invested heavily behind our former company, Remarco, and that also would lend some validity and credibility to an investment. And it would also help him because he doesn't know me from anybody. He doesn't know the company, but we went kind of through my history and track record, and I connected him with Eric Sprott, and they both decided to do this. So it was just great. He came to site, and at the time we were working on a couple of other financings. And of course we would have loved to have done the deal with AMC, but they were able to move in our time frame. And it's just been a phenomenal relationship ever since.
Absolutely. Okay.
So they brought Eric Sprott in so that you in the mining industry, or you experts in investing in mining, would give it some validity. That doesn't make any sense to me, other than to trick you. Because Eric Sprott just sold a shit ton of shares. What, $6 million worth of shares? And Eric Sprott already gave them money. Eric Sprott already made his money off of a previous mining deal in 2015. If you know anything about that mine, that they actually hit in South Carolina. They actually made some money. Not this mine. You ready for this mine? This mine has the lowest grade gold and silver out there. That's how they're trying to make money with dirt. People know this. And she admits it right here in this video. I keep playing this video, but I don't want to. Like, that's how terrible it is for me. You guys don't see that you guys got played. Why would a company that's already struggling, okay, a company like AMC that is dying on the table, looking for something, go and buy into a company similar, dying, terrible investment, even worse than themselves, but then tell you there's gold in them there hills. No shit, there's gold. It's not worth anything.
Okay, so now let's, you bring up an interesting point, how, you've garnered some of the following from AMC as a result of their investment in Hycroft. And you mentioned how, there's been a lot more video content as a result, because, now, this is the thing that we always run into, especially in microcaps, is having to translate, the idea of junior mining exploration to more Main Street audience to make it more understandable. So how has that experience been like, especially with the recent announcement of, as you say here, the largest exploration program in the company's history?
Yeah, so it's been a great avenue. A lot of our shareholders do not know a lot about mining, but I will say that in talking to a lot of groups in the millennial world, second to crypto, mining is the next most popular topic that they're following. So I think
a lot of our investors don't know about mining.
Communicating through
it's terrible.
Is that, that's how I talk to that entire shareholder base. Whether it's just a quick video to explain a press release. They email, I answer a lot of questions. We're getting ready to start some interactive type communication and meetings through our new website that we're going to be launching. So that will allow them more direct contact. I found that they're just amazed that the CEO will actually respond to their emails personally. And they've just never experienced that because they tend to invest in, much larger companies. But Adam, is very much the same way. We both believe in being accessible to our shareholder base. So the whole social media and video content is a new era for us, but it's one that I really think it's the wave of the future, as we go forward as companies. The old kind of brick and mortar way we've always done it for the last 20, 30 years doesn't seem to apply in today's world. So we're going to keep doing more of it.
Absolutely. Okay. So let's talk about the projects a little bit. As I just said, the company...
We'll stop right there. We're going to keep doing more of it. They're going to keep doing more. They're going to keep manipulating and getting you to keep holding this stock. Just got delisted the second time in the past year. Yes, is it getting shorted? It should. It's the worst stock you could possibly own. Volume? Zero volume. I'm talking about less than 1% of the float gets traded every day. And not because it's diamond hands. No, because nobody wants to touch a stock at 60 cents that has a balance sheet the way it does. Everyone will get rich off this stock that is in the deal, in the Sprott agreement, not you, the shareholder. They do not care about you. I'm calling it a pump and dump, just like I called AMC a pump and dump. Hey, 2 years ago when I said that, and everybody called me a liar and a fake, what are you now? You're at $6. I'm telling you, AMC is going to go even lower. Hycroft Mining is going to go straight to the ground. Am I crazy? I'm not crazy. I know the stock. I see the balance sheet. Do you? I'm sorry. I get emotional because I think you guys are all being lied to. And you guys can say what you want about me. It's cool. Maybe my delivery is just too tough. Maybe you guys don't hear the facts behind it all. But I'm not going to be unapologetic about being direct about this. I'm very matter of fact. That was a pump and dump. AMC's a pump and dump. And Adam Aaron is a liar. Adam Aaron, you can come get me for defamation of anything. You can come try to sue me for whatever I don't have. Guess what, buddy? I've got nothing. I've got nothing. You have everything because people held on for you. You're accessible? Come on. Look up my email. Text me. I'll talk to you every day of the week and I ask you all the right questions. I ask you all the questions, Adam Aaron and Dr. Diane Garrett. Why are you going onto YouTube manipulating people by doing interviews with YouTubers and then becoming inaccessible out of nowhere? You push out the narrative you want to keep, but no one else. That is the crime here. That is what people need to see. Adam Aaron used trades, ruined the kid's life. And for what? To ruin every other investor's life? All of these guys are done. All of these guys put in their life savings. You got to answer for everybody, Adam. But you don't give a fuck. You don't care. Dr. Diane Garrett, you look like a good person. You spit a good game here. You don't even know how you've been manipulated. You went into the room with the damn devil himself, and he just danced around you. Good luck, guys. I didn't mean to get angry on the video, but remember, it's one edit, one take. I don't cut out videos. I just start them and I click record and I do the thing. You know what it is. It's GameStop every goddamn day of the week. HYMC, I wouldn't touch it. AMC, I already told you. And Ape, Lord help you. Good night, y'all. GameStop. Can't stop, won't stop. GameStop. I'm going to see you around, millionaires. Peace.